Welcome to Smoke and Ice. Today's episode, let me tell you something right now. This is not one that you want to walk away from.
Definitely not at all. This episode, we've had plenty of conversations in the past, but this conversation is something you surely don't want to miss. Hey, have you ever had a conversation with somebody and that conversation just holds weight?
Today's episode will. Definitely.
Sure.
This episode is going to make you lean in without even realizing that you're leaning in. You're going to feel like you're a part of the studio audience.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if you're settling in, sit back and get comfortable because we're going to hear some conversation, great testimonials, and some true wisdom from someone very, very special.
Mm-hmm. Keep your ears open because once the reveal happens and you listen to this story, you're not going to want to miss this.
I'm telling you, stay right there. Don't walk away because you don't want to miss this. Smoke and Ice begins now.
Welcome to Smoke and Ice with Kelly and Wayne. This is the podcast where you're not only informed, but entertained. Sit back, relax, and remember, where there's smoke, there's fire. And you can't chill without ice. Now, here are your hosts, Kelly Allen and Wayne McCullers.
You've now entered another episode of Smoke and Ice, where smoke meets sophistication and ice meets intensity. Tonight, we've got something special. I'm Kelly Allen.
I'm Wayne McCullers. And tonight, we definitely have something special for you. So here's what we're going to do. In respect of our guests, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're not going to start off opening with the cigar and bourbon like we normally do. We're going to save that later. However, you still want to listen to what our guest has to say. It's going to be a great, interesting conversation. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to hear it. This person is a legend.
Exactly. When you sit down and you speak with someone whose music has shaped lives, culture, and just been a legend for so many decades. Wow.
Yeah.
Many decades.
No doubt.
You just want to sit back and let everything else, you just got to let it be, let the conversation happen.
I kind of want to give y'all a clue, but I ain't going to say nothing. So you know what? We're going to let that be. It is what it is. We're going to let that be that for sure.
So after this brief break, Smoke and Ice will continue.
Hi, I'm Kelly Allen. Join me each weekday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for Midday Energy Rush on Positive365.net. I'll bring you all your favorite music from every genre and every decade, plus comedy and positive thoughts all in one place. Go to Positive365.net and you won't be disappointed. That's Positive365.net. We're positively different.
Positively different. Positive 365.
He is one of the most influential gospel artists and voices of our generation. A man who has blended worship, choir, soul, grit, and real-life testimony into songs that have carried communities for decades.
Listen, he's a visionary. He's a pastor. He's a... Listen, sorry, y'all. My heart's jumping right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Listen, because this man don't even know, obviously, what he did for me when I first got saved back in the days. But, he Stellar Award winner. This man, singer, songwriter. He is some of everything. Grammy nominations. You name it, this is the guy.
And tonight he's here to talk about how it all began, what drives him, and his powerful new release, Throwback, An Evening with John P. KEE Part 1. So guess what? That means there's a Part 2 that you've got to listen to because, guys, when I tell you I've listened to it, and although these are songs that I've known, they have touched me in ways that it exceeds everything that I've ever listened to before. So listen, help us welcome Pastor John P. KEE. Welcome.
I'm about to give you that Muppets welcome.
So much. Thank you.
For sure.
All right,
Okay.
So you want to jump right in?
All right, so listen, for those who don't know, you were born in Durham, North Carolina. What was it like living in the Bull City at that time when you were born in Durham?
Well, I was born in Durham, but truth be told, I lived out Roxborough Road, like
Ah,
in the country, like
gotcha. Okay.
approximately 15 miles out. So I didn't know Durham as Durham. I just know we lived in the sticks, and right. I moved to the city, I think, around 6 or 7 years old, but it was really good. It's 16 kids. That's a bunch of kids running around, and we knew what love was. That we were taken care of. As I got older, I look back and I realized we could have been considered poor, but we didn't know it.
Right.
Right.
My brothers and sisters argue me down about that point, but I think it's better to tell the truth so we can tell where we really came from and what God really did in our lives
Right.
than to make up stories. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
what we don't realize when we're growing up is the sacrifices that our parents make. We don't see it. We just go
Oh,
through. So when we have certain things and we just think that it was something we are supposed to have, but we don't know that in the background there was a sacrifice made for us.
that that's huge what you just said because now that I'm older, I knew mom took before going back to school and getting her degrees, she was cleaning houses.
Right.
I know daddy went to New Jersey and found odd work. I know grandmother took care of us. You know all these stories, but you don't see them growing up,
Mm-hmm.
that the sacrifice really mattered. So that was huge. That's a huge statement you
Yeah.
just made.
Right.
Yeah, and you come from a big family. So how many siblings do you have?
I was 10 girls and 6 boys, and there's
Wow.
none of us still here, but yeah, I come from a huge family.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, we're talking about sacrifice and stuff. Hand me downs from one to the next. Big thing. I know I went through that. Yo.
I got my brother bell bottoms
Yep.
and his filled over high heel shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore Wayne's clothes. So yeah,
Right.
I absolutely understand. Let me be real honest with you. I had a killer shirt, a brown shirt with some paisley in it. I found out that was one of my sisters. So yeah, we got that intact.
Right.
But it made you have an appreciation for everything that you got. You know what I mean? And you took pride in it. It wasn't about this was someone else's. This was about that I've got clean clothes on my back. I've got parents who love me, grandparents who are there for me, and it just is what it is. Love
Let
it.
me tell you something. Got that when I got the bell bottoms. I remember it was around Thanksgiving, and I wore them to the Thanksgiving parade. I was big.
Come on now. Styling and profiling.
All right. So you ended up moving to California, right? For some time.
Yes,
Okay.
went to North Carolina School of the Arts, and I graduated early at 14. And I came home, and I remember the first night I came home, I felt like I didn't have to be home before 12 o'clock. So Daddy sat me down and said, "Look, if you're not going to follow the rules, you got to get out." I caught that next plane. I moved to Northern California, and moved in with my brothers, and that's where I got my real schooling.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, while in California you were doing music and stuff, because I saw in your bio that you played with Cameo, was Mr. Bird and a couple other people.
Absolutely. Donald Byrd, Kai Wendy, Jazz Great. I also played with Phyllis Hyman, and that
Oh
kind of
wow.
moved in after I started working for Miss Black Universe pageants
Okay.
all over the United States. And she heard me play, and I got that gig early on. I was actually a young music director, so I played with quite a few before, surrendering my life and going full time in the gospel.
Okay. Was
Nice.
Larry Blackman wearing the cup back then? Just curious, man. You know, the red cup that Larry,
Yeah,
what, was he wearing that
he
back
had
then, man?
absolutely, absolutely. Amen. That's crazy.
So you stated, that you did all of this before committing your life over. Was that before or after you moved back to North Carolina? I think you chose Charlotte once you
Yeah, I
returned
chose
home.
Charlotte and working with Carolyn Mason and DeFoy Glenn. They were over the Miss Black Universe pageants, and we had a drought. We were working strong. The money was good, and it shut down. So then I started working at a little green store in an area called Double Oaks in Charlotte, and I became the neighborhood pharmacist.
Right, 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 right.
Okay. All right.
We can't
Drugs.
confirm nor deny.
I sold drugs for 3.5, 4 years in that neighborhood,
Right,
and God saved me. And after He saved me, my quest was to make it right. So I
right.
look back now and I tell everybody, I pastor now where I poisoned. I literally bought the hood. I bought Double Oaks, and we flipped it from one of the most crime-ridden places in Charlotte to now it's called Bright Walk. One of everybody's trying to move into that area. So
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
what a test.
Yeah, that is, man. Kudos on that, man. Definitely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what was it that helped shape that? You know, for a lot of us, not everyone just has that moment where they say they're ready. Some of us have these things that happen with us. What was it? What was your drive for you to completely give your life over to Christ, and then to be able to touch lives by redeveloping a community, giving music that generations upon generations are loving? You know, what was that one moment?
My wake up moment was seeing one of my buddies die over $40, and I knew all parties. I knew the party that shot him. I knew the party that drove the getaway car. And I really stated to myself that night, and my testimony hadn't changed in 40 years, 40 some odd years. If you killed him for that, what is my life worth? And I took off running and told God, if you get me back to Arden Street, where I lived at the time, I said, I'll surrender my whole life to you. And that's what happened. I took place right in my living room, knees down in front of the couch. I surrendered my whole heart to God. And that was the beginning of something great. I wasn't perfect after then, but I
Right,
was on my way to recognizing the power and the performance of surrender.
right. Okay. So, my apologies. I missed the question I wanted to ask you earlier because you were playing music at a very young age. Who were some of your inspirations that you like listening to that, just kind of help you become the artist that you were becoming at that time?
The Daz Band, Rance Allen, the Gap Band was very crucial, very important to me.
Right.
Charlie, Uncle Charlie is my friend, my uncle. Gospel, Andre Crouch was a beast. Andre Crouch was more than people would ever imagine when it came to production and choral arrangements. The Hawkins family, of course, and then later on, I got a chance to actually work with these people. Rance Allen, I met him in around '83, a couple of years after my dad died, and my dad turned me on to him. All those high notes, John P. Key hits to this day, and that me trying to be Rance Allen. And I was invited to Detroit, Michigan, to Bailey Cathedral, Church of God in Christ, and I was on program with him. And they put us in the same dressing room, and there I was, and he's sitting in front of me. I was about to tear up. I told him I just lost my father. My father looked like him, and he took me under his wing for the rest of his life.
Right.
And he was my dad.
That's awesome.
Man, what a testimony! And I don't know if we want to jump to this, but I'm 98% done with a movie I've shot about my father in the '40s with a choir.
Okay.
And on his way to New York, the Ku Klux Klan, right there in North Carolina, shot the tires off of their bus. And so it's a great movie. It also has a tour with James Cleveland, Mahalia Jackson, the Dixie Hummingbirds, and the Caravans. And it's just a really, really good movie. It ends up in Durham at those good old gospel concerts Shirley Caesar used to have back in the day. But I told you all of that to tell you that Rance Allen actually plays my dad in the movie. Finished all of his shots. He did an amazing job. and I can't
Nice.
wait to finish it.
Oh God,
Awesome.
yes, that's
Awesome.
something I definitely. Oh my,
Yeah,
yeah.
love to see it.
Well, talking about all those influential people that have kind of shaped your sound, there was a you said that discovering both your purpose and your survival in music. How did that happen for you? What was that when your life was still uncertain? How did the music that you were listening to call you into who you are today?
I can't really say that the music did that, but what I can say is that when I surrendered my heart, I got really serious about what was I to do next,
Right.
and I began to write. I never wanted to be a singer; just wanted to be a writer, and I began to write for Vanessa Bell Armstrong, Thomas Whitfield, the Hawkins, all of the mass choirs, Mississippi, Georgia Mass, Florida Mass. I was writing for a lot of the good traditional gospel artists, as well as a few contemporary. The singing came when I wrote a song for Edwin, and the guy that was supposed to sing the song, he had a little too much to drink the night before. And so I had to sing my own song. That was Jesus Lives in Me. So after I sang, I didn't have the range of the Daryl Coleys at the time, those that were really singing and really making a difference in gospel music. I had a lower range, but I had a bunch of acrobatics with my vocal that I used to get the attention of the people and keep the attention until the end of the song. And it worked for me. So that's how that door opened for me.
Your mother has been described as a cornerstone in your life. How did
Yeah.
she help you shape you to be the man you are today, and also, the influence of, your gospel ministry, what you do? Can you explain that to us?
Absolutely. My mom was the teacher. She was
Okay.
the educator. She went back to school after having all those kids, got her degrees, and was just an amazing woman of God. My grandmother now, yeah, she was the pushing force. She
Sure.
reminded me from as long as I could remember that I was anointed. Mom and dad had so many kids. First time I've ever said this publicly. I'm sure some of my family members will go crazy, but mom um, had made up in her mind that she was thinking of aborting this child, this John. And the story goes that grandma said, no, have that baby and turn him over to me. So I was always my grandmother's baby.
Okay.
And she just really influenced me and convinced me at an early age that I was anointed. I didn't know what the word meant, but she always told me,
Right.
you are anointed. And so that goes without. She was the one when I played the piano. I got on everybody's nerves but hers, and so that's really cool. And even as far as dad was concerned, shaping me into becoming the singer-songwriter. Everybody wanted daddy's attention when I was little. I could play the piano. Daddy loved to sing. So when he would strike his little songs up, I would give him them little 3-4 chords to follow him. And I had daddy's attention. So they all played a pivotal a role, if you would, in my foundation, and to this day, I still thank them so much.
Okay.
No matter how far we get, no matter how much we grow in our journey, life gets hard. Our spirits get heavy. What is that one thing that your mother, your grandmother, your father said to you that still echoes with you today that keeps pushing you through?
It was scripture, actually. Be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. We have to understand that it's God that does it. God that calls you forth. Right now in my life, and I'm gonna tell you guys a great little secret. I have an amazing house. It's about 12,000 square feet, but I'm not on the water. And since I'm not on the water, I just said to my wife before I called in for the interview, I said I don't feel successful. She told me turn around and look at my award case in the back. I said no, I'm not successful because I'm not fishing. I gotta fish.
Right.
And I said that to say today I saw a house that was beside the house when I actually lived up on the Lake Norman before moving to Lake Wiley, and the house was amazing. And I said, I gotta get back to that water. And I'm so crazy and such a visionary. I start thinking, okay, what can I do to go on and get this $5 million house? All jokes. I might not get there, and I might, but
Right.
Listen,
yeah.
Hey,
listen. You got some stuff
When
coming
we,
out. You might get there.
hey, there you go.
yeah, I got some stuff. I might have to bring Rufus back out. I might have to write some more songs. I might have to. I'm already on tour. I might have to do double tours. Yeah, but I sell some of this property, sell my property in Durham. Look, I've been flipping all day in my brain. But listen, come out and let everybody know I'm a painter. Sell some of my paintings. I got to do something. But God has been really good to John P. Key.
Right.
Yeah.
And whatever he's for me, I'm sure I'll get it.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's funny that you mentioned Lake Wiley. My godparents have a house built over off in over by Lake Wiley. So I haven't been there yet. So I guess I got to get there now because you're talking about how beautiful it is.
Yeah, yeah. And the house I have now, it's amazing. I didn't move it to stay. I moved here and said I was going to be here for a while and then purchase again. But then I put my foot in it, meaning it's decorated to perfection. I got all my elevators in here. I can get there wherever I need to get to fast. My paintings are up. I just put a brand new door in. Those that follow me on Instagram. So I'm constantly perfecting the house that I say I want to leave and still go back to Lake Norman. So you have Lake Norman and Lake Wiley. Lake Norman's a little cleaner to me, and the water is a little cleaner. So, next time we do an interview, I might be outside on the porch.
Hey, I've
Invite
been
us
to-
down. We'll do
yeah.
it on location.
Hey, listen, I've been to Lake
Yeah,
Norman. Caught 2 catfish out there. I've been to Lake Norman.
come on now. That's right.
For sure. For sure. Okay. Well, listen, speaking of, getting a new house, on tour, and doing everything you're doing, when did you realize that, your music or gospel music wasn't a genre, but it's your calling? This is what you were meant to do. When did that hit you?
I started really trying to understand the award season. We were winning. And to me, it had to be more than that. So I think when I start hearing the testimonies, Pastor Key, I thank you for your song. And it was this song or that song that touched my life. I was in the hospital and standing in the need, brought me out. I think it was at that time when I realized this is more than music. This was definitely meant to be.
Right. Okay.
So your sound bridges the traditional choirs. Okay. You were the first to bridge over from what we did traditionally in the church to bring it over to reach a broader audience. What were some of the hurdles that you had to cross over in doing that, especially when you're in the forefront of doing something that's different?
Bishop Norman Wagner made me think I was all of that in a bag of chips. Because when I first started, and we were the first group that was using the MPCs, the contemporary production. We weren't Thai tribute. We weren't jumping over speakers, but we were trying to. And Bishop Wagner made me think that what I was doing was okay. So from production to bringing that new sound, I never backed up. And I think that's the key to longevity with John P. Key. Even to date, we're still holding on to who I was. I didn't go to the CCM and hit you guys with some new 3-chord songs that I could have written and that I have written. But I stayed true to the sound that I believe was mine. And that's the joy in this throwback project, because I was going to arenas saying, no, I don't want to sing that. I want y'all to hear the new music. And people were screaming, "Wash me, show up, standing in the need." So I finally humbled down and gave the people what they want. So I think I've just been true to John. The contemporary records with the one traditional song was I always did a song for my grandma. I wanted to go put the record on at the kitchen table while she was snapping her beans on Saturday evening. And I'd get her to clap double time, and I knew I had a hit. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think I've been true to who John was called to be.
Right. So that's some great advice because I was going to ask you, what would you tell an artist now who's, in the gospel genre, give them some advice on what to do to survive and to last? Because you've been doing it for a while. I mean, man, you have been putting it down. So what advice would you give them, man?
Stay true to yourself. Who are you? We don't need another Kirk. We don't need another Ty. We don't need another Fred. We don't need another Jason Nelson. Be who you have been called to be. I'm tonight. When I leave you guys, I run down in the studio and I start working on the post production of a project I call The Rehearsal.
Right.
That's how we started. Would be on Trade Street, downtown Charlotte, little brick church called Jerusalem House of God, and we would just rehearse. I would give them a little word for about 15 minutes, and then we would leave the church and go feed the hungry.
Right.
That's how New Life got. It was never meant to be a choir, never meant to be an award-winning choir. That's who we were, and when you think about it, now I'm pastoring. We pastor one of the largest churches here in town, but we never forgot our call. We still feed the hungry, not just during Thanksgiving, so we're still called to do what we do. So I would tell artists, first of all, pray and make sure that's what God has commanded of your hand, and go for it. Go for it. I mean, go for it. With all the vigor and strength and faith you have, pursue what God has put on your path.
Now, let me ask this question. So I'm curious on something, if you don't mind me asking. So you pioneered and paved the way of the mixture of contemporary, classic, jazz. You did all that, right? So when you were doing that and other gospel artists were starting to do the same thing, did you ever say, like, man, this joker here? Like, man, this dude here.
No, because it wasn't just gospel. Let me be honest. R&B artists, if you go back and listen to the Colorblind CD, it said it paved the way for so many. Tank will tell you. Chris Brown would. These guys listened to early John P. Key and developed vocal styles, and that's a fact. I always laugh. Go back and listen to What's the Verdict in 2000 or 1999, John P. Key on the Not Guilty Project, and then go listen to some of your New Orleans rappers,
Okay.
and listen to when mine came out, and listen to when the Master P's came out. And you just have to say somebody was gripping. So no, it never bothered me. I had to be honest. I laughed quite a bit, but that has always been a part of my history. I've had secular artists try to steal songs from me, the whole nine, and I just still, again, go back to my answer a few minutes ago. Stay true to me.
Right. For sure. Okay.
And that just goes to show why you have been awarded so much. So from Stellar Awards, Grammy nominations, and the list just goes on and on and on. But what I hear is that some of those gold and platinum records that you receive, you give them away. Explain that. What's that about?
I believe at the end of the day, I've always said if we stop and just begin to meditate on if we're winning or if we're not winning, you shut down your purpose. We do have the awards. I've got 2 Emmy awards, which nobody ever really mentions anymore. But when you really look back at what you've received and the way you've been honored and respected, it's a joy. It's a joy to know somebody paid attention.
Right.
I got snubbed, I believe, a lot with the Grammys. They had an issue with me, but they're my friends. Uh, uh, but at the end of the day, when you do it because of the call and the oil, one day soon you'll get to sit down and smile and tell him thank you for all of it.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So, and the reason why we're here is just your new release, Throwback and Evening with John P. Key. It seems like such a celebration of legacy and where gospel music came from and just all of that. And it's the heartbeat of who you are and how you've influenced so much of us.
Give you the praise. I'll give you the praise. Forever and ever. I'll lift up your name. I'll lift up your name. I need about 5 more of you to stand up and say it. I'll give you the honor. Come on in. Come in the house. Yeah. Come in the house. Lord Jesus, you are. Jesus, you are welcome in the house.
How did that come about where you said, I'm just going to bring out everything? I think you mentioned it a little bit earlier about saying when you're on tour, you want to do your new stuff, but everybody wants the old. So I know that's part of it, but there has to be some more behind doing this.
Actually, and I don't want to take all the credit, Brian Scott and my attorney Denise Brown brought it up a few years back, and I was not with it. I'm not spending all that time doing those old songs. And man, I started and couldn't stop. I was real sick about a year and a half ago. I literally died on the table. I contracted a disease called necrotizing fasciitis. It was a flesh-eating bacteria. And late one Sunday night, I fell sick, and they made me go to the hospital, and they began to operate on me. They were chasing that bacteria, and 1 surgery, 2 surgery, 3 surgery, 4 surgery, 5 surgeries. And the came in the room and just said, I can't cut him anymore. He's weak. He's not responding. And said, if he's to get up, it'll be your God that does it. And so God brought me back. And that has a lot to do with this project, because when after rehab and hospital stay for about 3 months, I came home and I went to work. And so I was in there working, thanking God for what he had given me. And these songs came up. Matter of fact, I wouldn't wake up in the hospital. Jeanette Taylor walked in the room and said, I know what'll wake him up. There's something about John P. Key that people don't know. He hates listening to his own music. So they went to YouTube, and they put one of my those stations, Pandora or YouTube, and they put it on. And about 3 or 4 hours later, they said I slammed my hands down on my thighs and was like, I didn't want to hear no more.
Right.
So yeah, and that being said, that was the motivation, because I'm in the studio and I'm working. I'm trying to get my mobility back. Left hand's not working, right hand is working. Right hand's not working, left hand is working. It was so much I went through to finish this project. So I'm really respecting it. I'm really loving it. And then right after the fasciitis, I remembered 6 months prior to that, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So now I'm dealing with the radiation. And I'm happy to report tonight that there's no cancer in my body and life is good.
Amen. For sure, for sure. Hey, glad to hear that, man. Congratulations. God is good.
Thank you.
Most definitely. So, with all that being said, I know you stay true to yourself, which you should. In today's day and time, with music forever changing and evolving and doing so many things, whether we like it or not, do you find it hard to keep up with creative ideas or to definitely stay relevant? Because you've been in the game for a while and you've done fantastic work. But as you've been in it, you know, you see times changing. So what is your process and strategy when it comes to that?
No, it's not hard to stay up. If I want it funky, you know, I'll do production. I'll go that route. If I wanted straight church, I'll bring the band. If I wanted the ballad, I got a great system and a great crew. So I'm mad at John as of right now because I'm still a heck of a writer, and I've just gotten lazy, and I'm just loving watching my Warriors, my Eagles, and Fred Sanford. So I'm good, you know.
I give you two out of the three.
So I'm gonna. So I've made up in my mind to go back in this weekend. I'll finish post production on the rehearsal project, and so I got like 10 in the can. I have an amazing project called 12 Women, 12 Victories, where I interviewed women that came through horrible relationships but got it back together.
Right.
And I finished that project. Rufus has another project. I have a solo project called Broken that's done. I have a new choir project that's done. Next week I'm going to work on Legacy, my sophomore project. To quartet music, you know, so I've got a lot going on. The movie soundtrack is amazing. It's done. So I've got so much to work on, and I think one of the good things about getting sick and getting healed was I understand now the power of creativity. You know, and I get it done. I've got some interviews. An interview with one of my friends there in Raleigh that was done with my mother.
You could not get into the Southland gospel singers unless you met certain things that was asked of you. You had to be able to have a tune and hold the tune. You had to be able to do the scale. You had to be able to harmonize. Now, at times we would do our singing a cappella, and at times we would do it with an accompanist with the instrument.
I'm gonna hook that in some kind of way with the movie, and so I'm excited. I'm just excited about all that we have on the table. So as far as being inspired, I don't need nothing. I promise you, I can walk outside and look at a tree and get inspired. I can write at the sound of a drop nickel. You know, I'm inspired by so much. One of my good friends there in Raleigh, Denver, Wright, we were talking the other day just about production and the stuff he'd done with me in the past. Some of the things we're gonna crank up again. So I've got a lot of stuff, unfinished stuff that I can work. But I'll tell you this: if God forbid something happened to me, my crew can release John P. KEE music for the next 20 years.
Oh wow! Hey, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And now you took the words right out of my mouth because, well, and not that, you know, because we would love for you to release your stuff, not your crew. But it just seems like, you know, there's more to come, and we should just keep hearing from Pastor KEE over and over and over. And I'm excited. Like, I'm sitting over here waiting. Like, I can't wait to see it.
Well, here's what's cool. here's what's good. When I would record an album and it would require 10 songs, I'll record 20. So I just put them in a bank. I got about 3,200 mixed songs that are unreleased. So I'll be flowing for a while. So I'm excited about that. And we just released another song, not just it's on the throwback, the Play Your Tambourine. We released the Play Your Tambourine song dedicated to cancer survivors, and not just survivors, to those that may have lost some family members with this dreadful disease. We want to celebrate their lives as well. So get you a tambourine, get that song, get in your living room, and lose your mind.
I love both versions.
Yeah.
I love both versions.
Come on now.
So y'all hear it? Y'all need to listen to it. This is the last two on the CD. Mm-hmm. But that is amazing. You know, I know you have stuff to do. You're a very busy man, and I'm so thankful for the time that you've given us, because
absolutely,
you could have just said no. You know. Mm-hmm. But never. Just listening to you, your stories, how you've influenced me growing up, I'm like lost for words, and I'm never lost for words. I always got the most to say of anybody up here. Yeah, this is and true. I'm really lost for words. Yeah. I'm like, wow, Kel. So I'm just so very thankful that you're here, that you grace Smoke and Ice platform. I'm pretty sure that our audience is so, gracious that you're here. I don't know.
Well, if I can get a word or two
you
in,
can.
baby. You sure?
You can.
You sure?
No,
okay.
Go ahead.
Listen, I echo everything she said. I love your music, but there's two songs in a time of my life that really hit, and it still makes me feel a certain way today when I hear it. And you probably heard this a million times, so I'm not going to bore you with this, but thank you. I thank God for giving you the gift that you got, because, listen, that helped me. And they used to sing it all the time at Christian Faith Center, man, so thank you, man. Thank you. How long you know Mr. Wright? How long you been dealing with this guy here? Because your friend, the producer's always getting on me, man. How long you and this guy go back, man?
Oh my God, he had a Jerry curl.
Tell more. Yo, mate, you keep this footage.
Denver knew me as a young man. I want to say 35 years plus, maybe.
Those friendships are awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
The Jerry curl.
Yeah. So we're now back to our traditional Smoke and Ice segment, where we are doing the cigar and the bourbon. Now, it's a little bit out of order for those who stick with us, but guess what? It's not going to be any less satisfying to sit here and watch us partake, and for you to learn something new about maybe a cigar bourbon that you've never had before. So let's do it. So our cigar is...
She's a great saleswoman, isn't she? Yo, her verbiage is elegant like this bottle right here. I'm sorry, this is a side note, y'all. Y'all, just be honest. So listen, here's what we got for you today. So our cigar is from Italy. So I'm not going to pronounce the name. I'm going to let the lady with many languages and pronunciations and all that, she's going to do it.
This is why he's making me do it, because it's CAO Italia, right? Mm-hmm. Which is in America, ciao. It is in Italian, ciao, but they spell it CIAO. But if we want to get technical, in Mandarin, it's sao, which is like a STOW. So what is it? We don't know, because if it's an Italian cigar, why didn't they put the I in it? I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why you say, listen, I'm a smart dude. But see, this stuff right here, this is exactly why she's introducing this right here. Exactly. Plain and simple.
Well, it's not completely all Italian, but this cigar right here shows that they're more than pasta and wine, my friends. There are cigars that come out of that area. And the filler, one of the fillers, because this is kind of a four-country blend.
Yeah, four-country blend.
Four-country blend. But the filler comes in the Benevento area of Italy, right?
Okay.
So I need to go on a trip. He went to the Dominican Republic.
So
Why can't I
listen.
go to Italy?
Okay, hey, listen, go. Matter of fact, and get some pasta too while you're at it. So listen, while you pronounce the wonderful part of Italy, I'll get down to the basics of what I like.
Get down to the basics.
Peru, Nicaraguan, and what's the fourth country I'm missing that has the fillers?
Honduras.
And Honduras.
Honduras.
Yes. Ciao. So Honduras. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna light this up now. It's supposed to be smooth, and what else?
It's a bold, nice, sweet,
Yeah.
but full-bodied flavor. Nice
Right.
pull.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna check this out. But listen,
Yeah.
before we do, this is another one from none other than our friends at
Joker
Joker
Smoker.
Smoker. Thank you, Ali. Thank
Ali,
you,
my man. I
your
appreciate
crew,
you.
everybody that's hardworking there. I tell
No
you,
doubt.
they create an environment, and the knowledge base
Mm-hmm.
is such where if you are new, they'll walk you through every process. So don't be afraid to walk in there. And they've got two locations.
Right.
So if you're here, find one
Yeah.
and get your favorite stick.
And that's what a good cigar shop does. When you come in and you have questions, they can point you out and they can get a feel of what your flavor is and help you out with new taste. So, Joke Smoker, you're the peoples, you're the man, do what you do.
Wait, but I got one more thing before we like this.
Okay.
Because they are such a really great crew over there that if it's something they don't have and it's something that you like,
yeah, for sure.
they'll order it and make sure they have it always. Who does that? That is customer service at its finest. So make sure, Joker Smoker, don't forget it. Joker Smoker.
Yes.
All right, now let's get to it.
In case you do forget, I work with this joker over here. No, excuse me, she's a great person. Our producer is a joker. I work with that joker there. So, Joker Smoker, you ready?
Yes, I am ready. So let's do it. I like it.
Ooh.
I like it. Yeah, I think I don't want to run out.
Ooh.
So it sounds like he's going to be releasing a CD soon. I don't know what genre that is, but we're going to release it. It's going to play here on Smoking Ice.
From the Book of Wu-Tang. Ooh. Yeah.
But I like it. It is very mild. It's a nice flavor profile.
I like it. Kind of looking at it kind of remind me like one of them old Boss Hog cigars.
It is pretty big.
All I need is that hat and I'm good money.
10-gallon hat.
Roscoe Pico Train. All right.
No, I like it. It's not as sweet as I thought, looking at the profile of it instead of sweetness, but it's there. It's a
smooth.
hint. It's smooth.
Yeah,
it's smooth.
I like it. It's smooth.
So, there are women out there that enjoy cigars, and this one is a good one, ladies, if you really like it.
I mean, yeah, out here looking like a boss and stuff like that, doing your thing, so
why not?
For sure.
Why
it's
not?
Good. All right, well, listen, cigar, what do you give it? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle?
Thumbs up. 2 of them. I give it 2 of them.
Damn, okay.
All right, and you know what? And because this is so smooth, it goes great. It will pair great with today's bourbon. So do you want to talk about today's bourbon? And this beautiful bottle, by the way. This bottle is gorgeous.
So today's bourbon in this fancy, beautiful bottle that we look a little fancy with is Willett Pot Still Reserve.
It's got an iconic Bible.
It does have a Bible, right? Yo, listen, buy 2, get a free Bible. That's what
Excuse me. And I'm still on the interview. My bad. It has an iconic bottle and an iconic flavor, guys. I promise. It's the typical vanilla, caramel, all that other stuff. However, this one has like a floral note on the nose as you're sipping, and it's really smooth, and it goes great with this cigar, I promise.
All right, well,
you
one
ready?
thing to do, let's try it.
All right.
Ooh, yeah, boy. Oh, we fancy, huh?
We fancy, huh?
Oh, you heard that?
Thank you.
Oh, I like that. Yo, that's kind of tight. I had to get another bottle of this just for the house. I like that.
But I bet you that long neck like that, I can guarantee it kind of aerates it as it's pouring out, so it gives all the flavors to the forefront.
Who the hell needs Wikipedia when you have a Kelly Allen? You need none of that. Yo, listen. I still ain't even got no. I'm still happy about the pour here before I go deep into the science of this, but we're already here.
No, I'm just thinking, like.
Why, definitely, indubitably, you are correct that long neck probably aerates the bourbon to give it more of a finer taste.
It does. Well, let's see. Oh, hold, please.
Cheers to you.
Yes.
Hot damn.
That's good.
Sorry. I don't even cuss it almost. I don't even cuss it always. Listen, that
was good.
is smoother than a baby's bottle. Sliding on Vaseline with baby oil. Smooth. Yo, that.
Baby oil is too soon. Too soon with the baby oil.
Yo, but that is, yo, I like this.
It's
this
smooth, guys. But we're going to X out the baby oil.
You need to try this.
But no, it really is good.
Like literally, I don't get no burn. I don't get no backbite. I don't get nothing. It just,
Yeah.
Okay.
We like it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I have to thank you because you brought this one. So we got 2 thumbs up all the way around, all day, all night.
Yeah, we rolling with it. Yeah.
Well, are we ready to let these kind people go tonight, or are we ready to keep y'all and have more conversation? What are we doing here?
We're going to let y'all go. Y'all tuned in. Y'all rock with us. Y'all stayed long enough, man. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate Joker Smoker. We appreciate my man, The Wiz, back here, Wiz Productions. We appreciate Casual Corp Investments. We appreciate Mrs. Allen and all her singing music, positive360.net. You know, we appreciate everybody.
And above all, we thank Pastor John P. Key for being here with us this evening, because he could have been anywhere else but here, but he chose us. And we hope you continue to choose us as well. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, because if you don't, we cannot be here. We love having you here.
No doubt.
So until next time, let's spark something real.
I was going to say that, but I forgot because I'm still on the bourbon. So here's what we do at Smoking Ice. So our producer like to give us, or apparently he likes to put bloopers in nowadays. So let's run this back. Let's rewind this. Okay. Ready? Yeah.
Let's spark something real.
There we go.
Rewind again.
Yeah.
I'm Kelly.
No, she's Kelly. I'm Wayne.
Well, they got me the other last week because I wanted to be Wayne. So I guess we want to be each other. I don't know. But I'm Kelly.
I'm Wayne.
Let's spark something real. You're jokers.
We hope you've enjoyed Smoke and Ice with Kelly and Wayne. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend so they too can be informed and entertained. For more information about the show, go to smokeandice.net.